I think that we're exactly where we were last year when I made comments after the draft and throughout the season. I don't feel like any of that's changed. Even my comments directly after the last game, there was some, and we talked about it on this show.
Yeah.
Some people who thought, who made assumptions based on what I said. Nothing's really changed. My future is really, a lot of it's out of my control. That's why I mentioned, using words like phrases like beautiful mystery, because it is quite uncertain which directions that things are going to go. All I can do is play my best, and I feel like last year I did do that, and may have thrown a wrench into some timelines that may have been thought about or desired.
That's Aaron Rodgers from the Pat McAfee show today. He still is upset that people made assumptions based upon the things he said back in January after the Buccaneers beat the Packers in the NFC Championship game. People made reasonable assumptions. He's the one that dropped the brown smelly thing into the punch bowl and made us all say, what in the hell is Aaron Rodgers talking about? And so please. I got a ton of respect for Aaron Rodgers as a player. I got a ton of respect for him as a host of Jeopardy, and I think he's going to be great. I think he's incredibly brilliant. I don't like it when he makes statements that invite assumptions, invite analysis, invite comment, and then he gets pissed off when we do our job, Charean. That bugs me more than anything that he does. It's the only thing that he does that bugs me, but it bugs the hell out of me.
Yeah, and he does it quite often, Mike, and he did it again today, but we'll see what Aaron Rodgers' future is in Green Bay. This does remind me a lot of the Favre Rodgers years, just simply because Aaron Rodgers was 21 when he was drafted to the Packers, and Favre was 35, and Rodgers was 36 when the Packers drafted 21-year-old Jordan Love. The question is, how long is Aaron Rodgers going to remain in Green Bay? And it's still a question. And I agree with him. He doesn't, I get what he's coming from. He doesn't control his future, but at the same time, the Packers have a big decision to make on what they're going to do with Aaron Rodgers. But the timeline was changed. I've said that all along. If he doesn't have the MVP season he had this year, I think he's gone from the Packers in 2021. He's playing for somebody else. And all these dominoes we're seeing falling, they would have been completely different based on Aaron Rodgers going somewhere else.
Hey, Charean, one of the reasons I think he had an MVP season in 2020 is because Mark Murphy, the CEO of the team, who knows how to pull his strings and press his buttons, got him into the sweet spot of pissed off, just in the right spot, where he was not so upset that he started turning over apple carts, but that he was upset enough that he went out and had an MVP season. And they're going to try to do it again this year. They're trying to keep him in that sweet spot, just pissed off enough that he goes out and he has another MVP season. And I remember when they drafted Jordan Love last year, I thought, if they play this right, they will piss him off well enough that he will have great seasons until either he's ready to talk his way out of town or the Packers are ready to push him on an iceberg. And it could be, I talked about this earlier today, he could find a way to thread this needle where Jeopardy loves him so much they want him to be the permanent host. He convinces them to wait for one more football season. He plays one more year. And then he says to Mark Murphy, stick this in your trophy case. And he goes and he takes over Jeopardy. So I think, if nothing else, and this is one thing that I think I do have in common with Aaron Rodgers, and one of the reasons I think he doesn't like me is because we have a lot in common. I know how he thinks, and I'm able to better understand the messages he's trying to send. I believe that he desperately is looking for a way to control his exit from Green Bay in a way that doesn't make him a pariah. And there's one way: to stick it to the Packers and walk away and not piss off the Packers fans, and that is to trade in number 12 for a suit and a game show set and take over Jeopardy for the next 40 years. I think that is the dream scenario for Aaron Rodgers that he would never say out loud. And when someone does, he's going to say, nah, that's really not what I'm thinking. Well, he said today he'd love to be the permanent host of Jeopardy, and I think he'd love to do it after having another MVP season, maybe winning a Super Bowl, and then saying, see you later, Mark Murphy. See you later, Brian Gutekunst. See you later, Packers. I'm leaving on my own terms. You're not going to push me out when you're ready to let me go. And I'm sure he would love that outcome if he could pull it off, Charean.
Yeah, no question, Mike. And it would be great to see him walk off into the sunset. Too few quarterbacks do that. We saw it with Peyton Manning. We saw it with John Elway, but too few have done that. It would be terrific to see him win a Super Bowl and win another MVP award. That would be number 4. And then just say, I'm out of here. It's been fun. It's been real. I'm going to go take my $10 million a year for the next X number of years to go host Jeopardy. And I think he'd be really good at that. He apparently prepared for Jeopardy the same way he prepares for his on-the-field play. And we know that's worked for him through the years. So it's going to be fun to see him on Jeopardy, how he does starting today, and then we'll see what his future is in Green Bay, Mike. But I don't think it's long for Green Bay. I see him playing one more year, maybe 2, but I don't even know if that's the case. To me, the MVP, if he gets another MVP award this year, that really complicates what the Packers want to do and maybe changes their timeline yet again. But then Rodgers can, as you said, say goodbye, I'm out of here.
I think he wants to dictate the timeline, and that's his motivation at this point, and that would be the best possible exit for him. And it would be a one-of-a-kind exit. Walking away from football at the height of his game, telling the Packers, see you later, have fun with Jordan Love, and exiting completely out of football, staying in media, taking over Jeopardy, and making a crap load of money to work one day a week. Good work if you can ultimately get it.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.